Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. 2015 is set to be a year of action for Mayor Bill Bell's Poverty Reduction Initiative in Northeast Central Durham. The task force that make up the initiative recently announced their strategies for helping low-income families address their most common challenges. Those include health, education, jobs, finance, public safety, and housing. Among the suggested strategies are plans to help low-income homeowners refinance their mortgages to take advantage of low interest rates, setting up childhood savings accounts for students at Y.E. Smith Elementary School to encourage higher education, and training residents to be community health workers to help bridge the gap between healthcare providers and residents who have chronic diseases. The 6 subcommittees will meet with the full City Council in the next few weeks to discuss their ideas. The Durham Police Department is encouraging all residents to make use of a free crime mapping tool called Raids Online.
Well, Raids Online is an online crime mapping service that is provided by Analytical, in which the Durham Police Department, along with approximately 1,000 other law enforcement agencies throughout the country, including 31 in North Carolina, provide public crime mapping information through a very easy-to-use web interface based upon familiar Google Maps type technology, things that people are used to interacting with, in which they can take a look at whatever types of crimes they would like to see, either at the neighborhood level or at the citywide level. They can pick what kind of crimes they want to see. They can pick the date range. They can pick the area.
This tool replaces CrimeMapper, which had become outdated and provided limited information.
CrimeMapper was an application that was custom developed by the Durham City County GIS Department back in 2005. And it was great technology for the time. It also, in a similar way, provided public crime mapping information. However, the interface is a little bit more antiquated. It's a custom application. One of the limitations is that it only provided what is called Part 1 crimes, which are the FBI's designation of the most serious offenses. It did not provide all reports of crime to the police department.
While the city used the 2 systems at the same time for several years, it became clear that Raids Online is a much more useful tool in the information it provides to residents.
The tools that are available in Raids Online are much more extensive than in CrimeMapper. CrimeMapper allowed you to basically search a crime for the entire city or for a district, which Raids Online can do as well. You can also sign up for automated email alerts through Raids Online. That cannot be done in CrimeMapper. There are advanced analytics to take a look at hotspots and density of activity. That's something that CrimeMapper couldn't do. And it's also much easier to select a very specific area. For instance, a resident could say, you know what, I only want to look at all the crimes that have been reported within half a mile of my address at home. That's something you can do on Raids Online that couldn't occur with CrimeMapper.
All of that information is available to residents at no charge, but third parties cannot sell or profit from it.
The service is really not meant to be a pass-through service for public crime mapping information. Although Durham's data is very clean when it gets uploaded to Raids Online, for many agencies it's not. And the Raids Online service has to go through some work in order to clean that data up. Usually referred to as geocoding, taking an address which maybe isn't clean by itself and then providing a specific point on a map. That's work that they have to do, and it's really their intellectual property with the additional work that they do in order to display that information. And so they restrict third parties from scraping that information or taking it and republishing it on another site.
To sign up for free crime email alerts or to map crime that happens near you, visit raidsonline.com. The city's purchase of land that would serve as the site of the next police headquarters has been delayed. The City Council decided to postpone closing on the property until the end of March so that more studies can be completed on the site's environmental problems. The 4.4-acre site off East Main Street was once a car dealership, with parts of it still being used for auto repair. The city will pay $40,000 more than originally planned in order to figure out how much it will cost to address problems with possible oil and gas spills. The goal of the studies is to make sure that the amount the seller says it's willing to put aside to cover any cleanup cost is enough to cover the bill. The additional environmental studies are expected to take up to 45 days to complete. The police department is asking for nominations for its annual service awards. The Certificate of Merit is given to police department employees for outstanding performance or devotion to duty. The Community Service Medal is given to police department employees, residents, community groups, organizations, or programs. It recognizes service to the community above and beyond the call of duty that promotes public safety. The nomination form can be downloaded from the police department's website at durhampolice.com. The deadline for nominations is March 13th. City leaders are hoping a new piece of public art will hit a home run with Durham's baseball fans. Find out what it is and where it will be located when City Hall this week continues.
Our climate is changing. Making a few changes to your driving habits can cut tailpipe emissions and improve fuel efficiency. Drive smart. Go easy on the brakes and gas pedal. Get regular tune-ups by following your vehicle's maintenance schedule. Check your tire pressure. Combine as many activities and errands into one trip as possible. Reduce your carbon impact to the environment. Act now on climate change.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Welcome back. The construction of sidewalks and bicycle lanes along a portion of University Drive is one step closer to becoming reality. The city has been awarded federal and state funds for the project between Old Chapel Hill and Cornwallis Roads. The estimated cost is $1.5 million, with the federal and state funds covering just over $1 million. The remaining $500,000 will need to be paid for by the city. At least part of a new roundabout that's being built in South Durham will include a new sidewalk. NCDOT is building the roundabout at the intersection of Barbie Road, Herndon Road, and Massey Chapel Road. The city limits cross directly through the intersection. In response to the city's request, the DOT has agreed to build sidewalks along the roads within the city's limits. No sidewalks will be built on the other side of the roundabout. The city is putting its support behind a mural celebrating the Durham Bulls and the team's impact on Durham. The City Council approved a resolution at its February 2nd meeting that allows for public art on the Durham Freeway retaining wall. The mural will be painted along Willard Street across from the American Tobacco Complex and the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Both the team and American Tobacco are owned by the Capitol Broadcasting Company. NCDOT will only approve the mural if the city is willing to sponsor and maintain it. So Durham agreed to do that, while American Tobacco's management will pay for all of the work. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.